Live from DevOps Days, Austin. I'm here with Lindsey Smith. Lindsey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. So you're at Puppet Labs. And what do you do at Puppet Labs?
I am the product owner for Puppet Enterprise, the commercial version of our popular Puppet solution.
And now you were telling me before that you're relatively new. Why did you decide to come to Puppet?
I heard about Puppet in its early days, and then I started to hear about DevOps, and it kind of piqued my interest, and I always kind of kept my eye on Puppet itself and the kind of the DevOps movement in particular. And sort of as someone who's a technology person that also has a part of the business, I was really interested in Puppet's opportunity to be kind of a disruptive technology, to be something that really opens up new capabilities for people and lets them do things that's never been possible before. So that was just too much of a good opportunity to pass up, and I'm very fortunate to work there now.
Cool. So you're doing the enterprise flavor of Puppet.
Right.
Do you have an enterprise background?
Yes, I do. I've worked with a number of enterprise software companies, and so I have a toe in the open source world. I've maintained open source projects and used a lot of open source software, but also have a lot of work experience in enterprise commercial software.
And so how long has the enterprise version been around?
I think it's about 3 years old at this point. And then Puppet itself, I think it was originally conceived by Luke Knies, who's our CEO. It's about just touched 9 years.
Yeah, that would be my guess, about 2005. Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about the enterprise version of it. What does it offer as opposed to the regular one?
Sure. So to a certain extent, if you can solve a problem with Puppet, you can either solve it. You can choose to solve it with Puppet Enterprise or Puppet Open Source. There's no Puppet Open Source isn't crippled in any way. There's not some sort of special thing, special problem you can only solve with Puppet Enterprise. And the way we look at it is, if you need a configuration management tool, you're going to make an investment, and you can choose to make that investment in your own time, where you learn the tool that you've chosen, learn all the projects about it, learn how to set it up, learn how to use it. You're going to invest in that one way or the other. So the way we position it is, we would love for you to solve those problems with Puppet, and then you can decide what's best for you. Do you want to spend your time learning about the open source version, and how do you adopt that and integrate that with your tool chain, or with Puppet Enterprise, a lot of that stuff is packaged up for you already. It should be good to go out of the box. You know what versions of software it's going to work with. It's fully validated by QA, fully tested. And in addition, we're going to layer things on top of that we think will make your life with Puppet a lot easier. And one example is we call the Invent Inspector. So if you're used to using Puppet or anything like it, you do a run, there's a lot of output. There's a lot of output that gets logged to the screen. And if there's something going wrong, or you want to see what's happened, did what I expect really happened, you can look at all of those logs. It's all there. And that's the same in Puppet or Puppet Enterprise. But in Puppet Enterprise, we've got another feature called Invent Inspector that kind of collates all that stuff. It organizes it. It makes sense so that it's pretty easy to kind of like look at it from a few different views. Is it my file that's wrong? Is it my class that's wrong? Is it the nodes that's wrong? It helps you identify the problems very quickly, and lets you kind of like, oh, I know what's happening, and you can go and fix it. So it's really just an accelerator, not a totally new capability.
Okay. And then are you at 3.6 now? Is that your last release?
Puppet Open Source is at 3.5.1, I believe. I could be, yeah. I don't believe Puppet 3.6 has come out yet. And the current version of Puppet Enterprise is 3.2.
Okay. And so what's the next release, that as much as you can talk about it, for Puppet Enterprise, and what's going to have? Sure.
On the Puppet Enterprise side, again, we want to build as many of those things, those helpers, the things that make life with Puppet a lot easier. We want to continue to build those things on top of, into Puppet Enterprise. We want to make the best use of all the capabilities that are in Puppet. Some new things are manifest ordering, which is a really nice big thing for people that are new to Puppet. It lets their Puppet code do what they expect kind of more naturally. And there's Puppet 4 is not that far off into the future, and there's a lot of nice features that will come with that. So we want to continue to take advantage of all the great community contributions that are in Puppet. On Puppet Enterprise, the new thing is supported modules. So this is contents out of the box. For the things that people manage most commonly, I mean, we all know what those things are. On the Linux side, it's NTP, it's SSH, it's Apache, it's Postgres, it's MySQL. I mean, almost everybody has that. We want to deliver really, really high quality content for Puppet Enterprise users, so that right out of the box you can go and manage NTP or MySQL, and then you can spend your time managing the things that are unique to your environment.
Awesome. Lindsey Smith, thank you so much.
Thanks.